meditation today. So a lot of people have been requesting another strong vinyasa video. Feel the chest open as the shoulders roll back.
Disclaimer, my diet is extremely unbalanced. I have a ton of gut issues that I actually talked about in a previous video. So if you haven't already seen that video, I highly recommend that you watch that video before you watch this video because that'll give you more context about the background of my gut and digestive history. When I talk about my gut issues, a lot of people ask, what do I eat? So I thought, what better way to show what I eat than doing a what I eat in a day video. In these videos, most people say this is a general representation of what they eat in a day, on a good day, bad day, average day, etc. But it's by no means what they eat every single day. Well, my friends, this is what I eat every single day, and I have for the past 4+ years. I only eat bananas, kefir, apple cider vinegar, raw cacao powder, sauerkraut, lemons, and teas of all kinds. I also take different supplements like fish oil, maca, and turmeric. I know I'm probably not getting enough nutrients, but my body has an absorption problem, so if I introduce fat or protein, my body just won't absorb it, so there's no point in me eating that food at this point. My diet is super restrictive. I don't go out to eat. If I meet a friend for tea or something, which I'm actually doing later today, I will bring my own tea bag and I will take my tea in a paper cup because if I use one of their ceramic cups, I don't know if they dishwash their cups thoroughly and I cannot take a risk of cross-contamination if there was something in those cups before I had my okay with me tea. That's kind of the overall gist of everything, the current state of affairs. I eat, now it's gonna sound crazy, about 20 to 25 bananas a day. This all depends on how big the bananas are. If they're smaller, obviously I eat more. If they're bigger, then I eat less. But that's just an average 20 to 25 bananas a day. I eat a pretty high carb, low fat diet. That's just what my body craves and that's what I feed it. That's what feels like satisfies me at this moment. Any other food right now gets me extremely bloated. Bananas actually get me bloated, but they get me less bloated than other foods. So at this point, it's the lesser of the evils. I exercise about 3 times a week. I'll alternate between yoga, HIIT, and strength training, also walking my dog pretty much every day. So I'm moderately active, like not extremely active. It is now 9 o'clock, and so far today I woke up, brushed my teeth, tongue scraped, oil pulled, washed my face, facial massage, and did yoga. I love doing yoga because it twists me, kind of like wrings out the toxins of my body. It really helps on my bloat, and it just makes me feel like kind of good and like I got a massage, you know what I mean? If my workout is more sweaty, I will take a shower pretty much after I work out, but since yoga doesn't really get me sweaty, I am going to skip the shower today and go straight to the kitchen. See you later. Oh, my legs fell asleep from being in the same position for so long. Voiceover Micaela taking over here. I start my mornings off with a thick glass of warm lemon water with apple cider vinegar, in a mason jar of course, because aesthetic. This helps flush out my system and makes it easier for me to digest food for the rest of the day. It is at this time that I'd like to address that although my skin is generally very clear and doesn't break out much, when I was filming this video, I was going through some sort of hormonal acne on my chin, which is really poor timing because I wanted to show you that the weird thing about how I'm obviously not getting all of my nutrients. My skin is really clear, and they say your skin is a mirror to your gut, so it's weird that my skin is so clear while my gut is still so messed up. And of course, the one time I need my skin to cooperate with me, it decides to pull a complete 180. I'm glad that we cleared that up. Now back to the video. I drink a lot of water in the morning to wake my system up. I take my supplements and make my tea. Today I'm making matcha. And yes, that is a subtle flex. And if you're wondering how I make my matcha, I have a tutorial on my Instagram stories if you care to take a look. I was thinking about making a dedicated YouTube video about matcha, but then I was like, I don't know if it would interest people, so I just kept it on Instagram. I don't drink coffee because coffee tends to be irritating to those prone to being irritated, so I never imbibed. I eat a fat bite of sauerkraut for probiotics. Now onto the main event. I don't usually like to eat a whole bunch for breakfast because I like to get my morning started early because I'm a morning person and I find that I work best in the morning. Wait, isn't that what a morning person is? Anyway, I just don't feel like having a whole bunch of food sitting in my stomach right before I start my working day. So I had 3 bananas and a drizzle of kefir. I finished my warm lemon apple cider vinegar water while I ate. That really doesn't roll off the tongue easily. I generally have a minimum of like 3 drinks on me at all times. I drink a lot and I always have. I never understood how people say they forget to drink water. Have you ever forgotten to go to the bathroom? What can I say? I'm just a thirsty girl. Then I worked on the computer for a few hours, which I didn't film, but looked a lot like this Instagram story from a few weeks ago. I know this looks like an absolutely insane amount of bananas, and it is, but this is seriously like what I go through in about 2 weeks probably. I got the bananas like this. These are cosmetically challenged, so there's this produce market and the guy who owns it sells them to me at a discounted price because he can't sell them because they are really overly ripe or else just kind of beat up looking. And then some of them, like honestly, like these, they look really brown and disgusting, but inside they're not even overly ripe yet. It's just more so for looks purposes that he can't sell them. I mean, they do look quite scary for the normal person. I will usually freeze these and make frozen banana ice cream, which you will see later today. That's gonna be my dinner. I think he said last time I got them, not this one, but a similar crate of bananas was 50 pounds. So he sold this to me for $15. So that's, I don't even know how much that breaks down. A few cents a banana, but that's extremely cheap. I'll give you a side view. Kind of pouring out of the basket. Crazy. Oh, also, these are not organic. I seem to be okay with non-organic bananas. Everything else I buy organic. But if I had my choice, I would buy organic bananas. The produce guy only has non-organic bananas. Another thing I'd like to address is I change a minimum of 3 times a day, so this video reflects that. If you live in the Bay Area, you'll know it can be freezing and foggy in the morning and then get super hot in the afternoon. So that's my little explanation of that. I decided to cut up some of the bananas and put them in the freezer because the amount of bananas that we had in the box was kind of stressing me out, so I needed to get rid of some of the volume. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Cue the banana cutting up time-lapse footage. So as I said before, these bananas look super banged up and overly ripe, but they're actually not, they're just bruised. So I'll show you. They're perfectly good on the inside. You'd expect it to be like all mushy and disgusting, but I mean, I'm telling you, this is the produce store's best kept secret. So many people are so scared of these bananas, but these are the best. I'm gonna stop talking about bananas now because it's getting a little crazy, but just wanted to say. I'll just cut these up into these little coins. They're like maybe 1/2 inch size, and then I stick them in these stasher bags and then put them in the freezer. And then after a few hours, they'll be frozen. Surprise, surprise! You put something in the freezer and it gets frozen. And then later today, I will show you what it looks like. I'm gonna make frozen banana ice cream, and if you've never had frozen banana ice cream before, even heard of it, it is game changing. The texture of frozen bananas, when blended up, is absolutely insane. It tastes legit like soft serve, which you will see firsthand, well maybe not firsthand, but like vicariously through me later on when I make my frozen banana ice cream for dinner. a massive amount of bananas, but as you can see from the profile, much less.
Listen, do you want to know a secret?
I'm hungry. I also don't know if the shorts I'm wearing look cute or if they look like diapers. I'm whispering because I have in mind when I edit this video to put the Beatles song, Do You Want to Know a Secret, over this clip. And in the song, the lyrics go, let me whisper in your ear. And that's what I'm doing. I'm whispering in your ear. This channel isn't going to turn into an ASMR channel, so don't worry. I take my supplements once again and take another fat bite of sauerkraut. Groundhog Day much? For lunch, I had 6 bananas, a drizzle of kefir, and apple cider vinegar. Come with me! Okay, that sounded so fake, but it was so windy outside and my mic isn't great quality, so I wanted to spare your ears. My acupuncturist is always telling me to get more vitamin D through sunlight and grounding, so I figured it was a nice day, so I took my lunch outside. But this doesn't usually happen.
Closer. Let me whisper in your ear.
I usually have a mid-afternoon snack, so this time I had 1 banana. Getting ready to head out now. I'm meeting a friend for tea/coffee at Cafe Reve. It specializes in kind of like new American healthy food fare. They also have tea, they have different lattes. So, I think they make their own baked goods. But the point of this all is that since they don't just do tea, there's possibility of cross-contamination in their restaurant. Since I have so many gut issues, I can't take a chance on that. So I usually end up bringing my own tea bag and just asking for hot water. And usually it's free, which is a nice perk. But I am actually running pretty early, so I'm just going to, I don't know. I'll see you there. This is Alexa.
Hi, guys.
She literally just landed like how many hours? Like
maybe an hour and a half ago.
yeah, and she went to see me. That's some dedication there. We're talking about we're talking about gut issues, which is very apropos for today's video. It's gonna be a what I eat in a day video.
I love that.
Oh wait, I wasn't recording. I am so smart.
Call yourself a free spirit, a wild thing, and you're terrified somebody's gonna stick you in a cage. Maybe.
Oh wait, I wasn't recording. For dinner, I made my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. Okay, I'll stop now. Chocolate banana ice cream. If you're not familiar with frozen banana ice cream, you have not lived. All you do is take some very ripe bananas, cut them up, leave them to the magical devices of the freezer, put them in a high-speed blender with your choice of liquid. Could be some sort of milk, could be water, could be coconut water. You do you. Blend it up in your blender, and I do not steer you wrong, the consistency that comes out of that blender is like soft serve. Add a little chocolate to that, and my friends, you got chocolate soft serve. Anyway, in my ice cream, I had 3 frozen bananas with raw cacao powder, topped with 3 frozen bananas, and more raw cacao powder, kefir, and apple cider vinegar. A very weird combination, the apple cider vinegar being a questionable addition, and to be honest, it does taste a bit questionable. But I have really weird taste buds, or maybe I've altered my taste buds from having such a restricted diet for so many years that I kind of oddly enough like the combination. And I find that eating apple cider vinegar with every meal helps reduce my bloat. I take my supplements, but I don't have any sauerkraut because sauerkraut is really high in probiotics, and too many probiotics isn't always good for the body. Sometimes too much of a good thing isn't so good. You feel? I also have 1 cup of licorice tea. This tea is absolutely amazing. It has this robust, warm, comforting, like a hug in a mug taste. Not sponsored, but traditional medicinals. If you need a gal, hit me up. While I feast on my dinner, which actually tastes like dessert, one of my favorite treats is to watch YouTube. The day I filmed this video, I was watching one of JC Marie's videos.
I just wanna start a great big flame out in your heart.
About an hour and a half later, I have a little dessert, which is, you guessed it, more bananas, while watching one of my classic favorites, the Brady Bunch. Side note, it's only a matter of time until my entire wardrobe morphs into Marsha Brady's. Also, if you haven't read Marie McCormick's autobiography, she's the one who played Marsha on the Brady Bunch. It is so interesting, so chilling, and so riveting. That was a huge tangent, and the purpose of this video was to see what I eat in a day, and that has something to do with that, so that is that. I have 6 bananas, which brings the grand total of the day to 22 bananas. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and watching what I eat in a day. I am not a doctor or healthcare practitioner, and I know my diet is extremely unbalanced, so please do not follow what I eat in a day. Although frozen banana ice cream is extremely delicious, and you should definitely try making it if you have never before, but just don't mainly eat bananas for the entire day. The purpose of me making this video is not to give you recipes or meal ideas or anything like that, but I mainly wanted to show you not only what I eat, but to shed light on gut issues and other invisible illnesses that impact people on a day-to-day basis, even though you may not see their symptoms manifested in physical aspects. My gut issues don't prevent me from living my life, meeting people, working, and having fun, but they definitely do restrict me in what I can do. I'm currently working with different doctors and healthcare practitioners to try to figure out the root cause of my digestive issues. I made a video where I talk about my history with gut issues, and I have a whole blog post series devoted to my health journey, which I'll have linked below. If you or someone you know is dealing with an invisible illness, know that you are not alone. The healthcare industry, in America at least, makes it very difficult for people with chronic illnesses to get a diagnosis because they work closely with pharmaceutical companies. The more they prescribe different drugs to patients to mask the symptoms of their issues and not get to the root of the problem, the more money the pharmaceuticals make and the two benefit. So at the end of the day, it's just a huge money-making scheme. But that is a rant for another time. You never know what someone is going through behind closed doors. I count my blessings every single day that my issues are not as severe as others and I'm able to get out of bed and live my life. And my heart goes out to you if you are not able to do that. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, press the notifications bell to be notified every time I upload. And if you feel moved to do so, leave a comment down below and or share this video with someone you feel would benefit from seeing it. Keep it sweet, make your own salad, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!